really want to up your length, finger detangle. Yeah, I know. You're like, Kayla,
I'm gonna have to dedicate time to finger detangling.
and what? And what? Do we not dedicate time to the things we care about? Welcome back, guys. Today, I want to focus on things that I had to stop doing to gain longer, thicker, healthier hair. I did it, you can too. We tend to understand haircuts as something stemming from a very sharp source like scissors or clippers. But baby, these can provide haircuts too. Before learning how to take care of my natural hair, it was very much normal for me to go from shoulder length to ear length within a day. And it had a ton to do with how I used hair tools. My hair started flourishing when I realized that I didn't have to use combs and brushes every single day. And on top of that, I limit the amount of passes that I use per section. I'll pass a comb through a section max maybe 3 times, and then I move on to the next section. I came to learn that your hair can grow and grow all at once, but if you're breaking your ends off with tools, you'll find yourself stuck at the same length. I remember being a child, and I remember taking it upon myself to do my own hair, and I would go in the bathroom just combing through my hair, and little hairs are dropping. They're dropping to the floor. And I'm not doing the math on the fact that this is the reason my hair has been shoulder length my entire life. Like, we're so careful when it comes to scissors, clippers, anything sharp, but we need to have that same kind of caution when it comes to tools, combs, brushes, etc. Start realizing that they have the ability to do major damage. They have the ability to remove just as much hair as a pair of scissors in one bad session. Combs used in the wrong way can actually be worse than scissors. At least with scissors, you're getting a clean cut. With combs and brushes, if you're combing and brushing your hair while dry or when it's not in sections, you're causing damage. You're literally ripping through your hair and strands are breaking off. It's not a clean cut. And when you cause breakage, that's a whole different experience for the hair strand. That breakage can travel right up the hair strand and eat up the rest of the hair strand. It's not a game. I credit my past struggle with growing my hair beyond shoulder length to the way I use combs and brushes, like big time. Those of us that are Afro type 4 hair girlies, we need to understand that our hair is very much so naturally drier and naturally kinkier than other hair types. Combs are not created equal when you have type 4 Afro kinky hair. We have the kinkiest and the naturally driest hair, so the smaller the comb, the more breakage. The wide tooth comb wins the battle here. The wide tooth comb definitely wins the battle. So this varies based on where you are in your journey. When you're in your TWA stage, of course you're going to use the combs with the smaller teeth. When you want like a defined twist out or something like that, it's easier to get in there with a tool versus just using your fingers. As my hair got longer, I ditched the smaller combs and now I just focus on wide tooth combs for the most part. Unless I want a defined look on small sections, then I might transition into like a medium tooth comb, but nothing lower. A small comb really should only be going through small sections. What you definitely won't catch me doing is putting a rat tail comb through my hair. My goal is to maintain my length and thickness, so wide tooth combs just make so much sense for our hair type. This this combing and brushing the hair all in one with no sections, this is out. For those of us that want like really long hair, this is out. There's 2 issues at hand here. Type 4 Afro hair is much too thick to think that you're going to give it the detangle session it deserves and a few strokes of the comb on generalized parts of the head. Get in there, create your sections, and go from there. When I started handling my hair in sections, it made such a huge difference. I've started reaching lengths I've never reached before. I want you to notice that I did that demonstration on the dummy. You will never catch me doing my hair like that. Not even if I'm in a rush. For me, there's no such thing as, oh, let me just rush and gather it up in a bun. No, honey. Like I said, if push comes to shove, I'll put my hair right under a scarf and call it a day. I started using tools sparingly. So yes, I do use combs and brushes every once in a while, but it's very sparingly. The majority of the time when I detangle, I'm using my fingers. I'm finger detangling. It's a much better experience for your hair. You're able to feel for knots, tangles, work them out versus just, with a comb, you underestimate the level of damage that's happening, but a lot of damage is happening. Like I said, it can be like a haircut. Our hair isn't straight and silky, okay? You embrace and accept the texture, and then you learn how to best take care of it. So best believe, yeah, finger detangling has been one of the best choices that I've made during my natural hair journey. It definitely saves me tons of length. On top of that, it forces you to kind of like commit to like a self-care schedule. Everything I do to my hair, I am taking into account the amount of time that I have. I'm not just jumping into it, oh, let me rush and put a bun in and brush my hair back. Type 4 natural hair, it needs time dedicated to it. It needs a commitment to be gentle, okay? Those two things are integral, okay? Those two things are so important. So when it's time for me to detangle, I know, you know, detangling half my head is taking at least 2 hours. Okay. I might split that between 2 days if I need to make it work with my schedule. I'll make that happen. I set the scene, good vibes, music. I might be watching a series I really like, maybe some Twilight Zone, listening to a podcast I really enjoy, watching one of my favorite natural hair YouTubers. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the support.